Well, hey guys, welcome back to Toledo Batman. I'm Eli, and if you guys love Batman as much as I do, consider subscribing because today is something really, really awesome. I have given myself the challenge of making, yes, a Ben Affleck Batman suit. I bought all this off of Amazon, and I'm gonna try my best to make the best suit possible for the cheapest amount of money, just using Rubie's cheap stuff. This is gonna be really good or really bad. Who knows? We'll find out. But I got this. If you guys want to see my reaction to opening this stuff, check out my TikTok, Toledo Batman. But yeah, this is gonna be really interesting. But today, what we're gonna focus on is the gloves and the suit. We're gonna put a chest emblem out of Eva Foam on this spandex suit. Everything in this video is gonna be in the description down below, so you guys can check it out on Amazon if you want to try to do this yourselves. It's totally gonna be fun. Yeah, so hopefully this works, and we're gonna fix these gloves up to look super cool with the outfit. So that's what we're doing today. In the next video, we're gonna do the cowl and belt and then the cape and boots. So this is gonna be a 3-part series, and I'm excited because Snyder Cut, it's coming up March 18th, guys. It's gonna happen. It's less than a week away. I'm pumped, I'm psyched. This is what I'm doing. Get ready, building a bat suit. Let's go.
So the first thing that I did was I added the chest emblem to my cart from the foam cave, and I printed it out.
Okay, so once you're done printing out your pattern, it is time to cut it out. Now I like to cut it out on cardstock. It's a little bit heavier, makes it easier to trace. So as you can see, what you're gonna do here first, before you trace it, is you're just gonna line it up here about, now you gotta hold this up to the light. That's the tricky part. You hold it up to the light and you line up the picture like that. That seems pretty good. Then you take some tape and you tape that up. That's what you wanna do. You wanna just tape it on both sides. Then once you do that, you know, I think that's gonna look pretty good on my chest. So, there you go. Now, it is time to cut and trace this out. And then, put it on this. Yeah. Excellent, and when you guys are done, it should look something like this. Now, what we're gonna do next is gonna cut it out on EVA foam. I'm gonna use 5mm. And then I'm gonna go to a thinner and cut these out. This shape, and this shape, they're all gonna be cut on smaller foam to give these groove lines. Okay, hey guys. So, what we're going to do now is we got done just cutting this out. We are gonna now trace it onto some thick EVA foam, and then onto some littler EVA foam, thinner EVA foam. So, what to do first is, we don't need all this, we just need about that much. I'm just gonna score it. Gotta roll it. There we go. Very nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score it with this pen. Then I'm going to go and delicately trace it out. Thumbs up for that. Okay, cool. Hopefully this should work. What am I saying? It's always going to work. I'm Batman. Now, I should mention, if you guys mess up, that's okay, because this symbol, it's supposed to look beaten up, you know? Batman's supposed to look like he's gone through the ringer, you know, a few times. Cool! Done. Look at that. That's what it's gonna... That actually looks pretty good. That ain't bad. Alright guys, we have just cut this out of the 5mm EVA foam. Now it is time to chop this up some more and cut it out of this and lay this on top of this. That's the plan. Sweet, it's looking pretty baddish so far. It's nothing to be proud of. That's a stupid word. All right, moving on. Let's do this. Now I'm just gonna cut it out of the 2mm EVA foam, and then it's gonna go on top of this, which will look pretty dang cool. All right, well guys, we have just got done cutting this out of the EVA foam. There goes the screwdriver. But yeah, it's gonna look super cool. It's gonna give that little edge, raised look. That's gonna be very, very nice across the chest. So now what we're going to do is gonna use some contact cement and adhere it to the chest emblem. Very cool. And then the fun part will begin. All right, but first, we lay down some newspaper. That way we don't get it all messy. All right, time to get into it. I probably should wear gloves and a mask, but I think I'll be fine. I'm gonna have to buy another box of these. I'm going through them so fast. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, there we go. Okay, very nice. Ooh. Huh? It's looking nice, I think.
With this, I worked left to right with the 2mm EVA foam, and I had to stick it down multiple times. Thank goodness the contact cement is very forgiving and you can unstick it, but waiting too long, it will dry.
Nice. That looks great. Huh? Okay. Now for the fun part is what we're gonna do. It's gonna take the X-Acto knife, make some slashes, then go lightly over it with a heat gun.
So, what I'm doing now is I'm just folding it to get that pectoral shape of the emblem. And that's all I did. And I went over it with a heat gun before I folded it to really give it some form. And yeah, so you just basically just fold it till you feel it's right. And measure it on your chest. Then I went over and did the slashes with the X-Acto knife, and you want to go pretty deep with these, you can. And you want to do some light ones, some pretty deep cuts. Then what I did was, after I got done doing that, I went over that with a heat gun, and that brought the slashes out a lot, and it made it more defined. And this is what it looks like. And if you guys make this, make sure to use the hashtag Toledo Batman so I can see it on Instagram.
Okay guys, well now on to the next step, which is Plasti Dip. I'm gonna take some Plasti Dip, spray this up, and then I'm gonna go over it with a kind of like a gloss, because it does have some shine to it. Maybe like a semi-gloss type of paint. And then I'm gonna take some steel wool, spray some metallic silver on the steel wool, and scuff it up so it kind of has that look to it. But yeah, this is turning out pretty dang good, if I say so myself. And I say so.
So this next process, I really wanted to go over and discuss this with you guys. What I'm doing here is I'm taking some steel wool. This, the number of the steel wool is, I'm pretty sure that's 0. And all I'm doing is spray painting the steel wool and putting that on the chest emblem. And even in the movie, they had gold and silver scratch marks. And I'm really rubbing this in because I don't want it to be that noticeable. I mean, you can do whatever you guys like. I just thought, you know, more movie accuracy was to make it less noticeable. But when the light hits it, since I'm outside, yeah, as you can see, that's what I'm doing. Just taking that spray paint, taking the chest emblem, and it just really lightly, because you don't need to press really hard. The only time you need to press hard is when you're trying to rub it away, like I'm trying to do right now. And even this I thought was like too much. I mean, even that looks cool, but I thought that was still too much. So I went over with some black spray paint. That's what I'm using right now, to darken it. But I think it was a really good technique to use in creating this emblem. So yeah. And this is how it turned out. And I think it works. I think it works really, really, really well.
Okay guys, so right now we are going to work on these Batman gloves. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. How on earth are we gonna make something cool out of these? Yeah. Batman. Sure. Okay. So what we are going to do now is fix these horrible Batman. I keep putting it on the wrong hand. Batman gloves. Yeah, so let's get the old sewing machine out. Let's do some sewing, shall we? Yeah. I'm gonna pin it the best I can. Just like that. Take my hand out. Basically, what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your fabric scissors, you're gonna cut about right above where that pin is. So that's what I'm doing now, is I'm just cutting that off like that, and we'll worry about that later. Now what we have to do is turn it inside out, which now it's really easy to turn it inside out. Then grab your pins, pin it up, and you are ready to sew. And try it on. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's 1,000 times better. Huh? Not too shabby. Now these are freaking huge. They're just freaking huge. So better yet, we're just gonna save that for later. Okay, so once you're done with that, you do the same thing with this one, and you're good to go. Then we're gonna move on to the next step, which is gonna be the fins. These things, we're gonna shorten these, and we're gonna add a little metallic gold paint to it. So these are like outrageously huge. What I'm going to do is, so that they're at an angle, is I'm going to angle it how I want it. And then take the marker, because I'm just gonna go over it with paint anyway, and do it like that. There we go. Now we're just gonna take the scissors and go chop chop. There we go. Look how much better that looks already. So what we are gonna do, take a little bit of paint, take And now I shall become the artist. Got a sheen and a shine to it now. Okay, so now all you have to do is paint the other side of the glove and do it to this glove. And you got yourself a pair of pretty decent Ben Affleck gloves, if I don't say so myself. I have to thank the chef. God. All right, here we go, guys. Look at how great this chest emblem has turned out. I'm really, really happy with it. And doing the steel wool with the silver and gold was, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but a stroke of genius. What is this? I don't know. What I'm gonna do now is there's one last step, is weathering this. We're gonna take some shoe polish, just weather it just a little bit, take away the shine so the gold is still there, but the shine, a little shiny, but it's gonna look better, just a little weathered. I think will do the trick really, really well. So I got the old shoe polish, just dab it on there. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. I mean, look at the difference, like before doing it and after. And then it's the last step is gluing the chest emblem to my chest. Basically, that's all I'm gonna do is glue it to the undersuit.
All right, so what I'm doing here is just wrapping myself in saran wrap. Then I'm going along the edges of the bat emblem and gluing it straight to my chest. I really wanted to get the edges down. That was the most important part because last time I did this, I didn't really quite get those edges.
Not bad. How's that looking for you guys? That looks pretty dang Batman for me. Let's see what it looks like with the gloves on. Huh, not bad, not bad. Let's see what it looks like with the belt. Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna do some work on this belt. We're probably just gonna weather it and put them closer together. And maybe in this picture, they're kind of like uneven. They go up on the sides. The ones in the front. So he's kind of more, you know, yeah. This is turning out to be pretty dang good. Yeah? It's just this cowl. It's this cowl. I'm telling you. I'm Batman. Okay. Ah, this thing just smells grody. Alright, well folks, we have come to the end of another exciting video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. How do you guys like this so far? Huh? Are you excited? Next video, we're going to work on the belt and the cowl. That's going to be the next video. And then the third video is going to be the boots and the cape. And the whole thing's going to be done just in time for the Zack Snyder cut. Yeah! So, as always, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And you guys have a bat-tastic day. I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye!